Hello friends, hope you are all doing very well. Well, Indian cricket has seen the lowest in Test cricket in almost a century of playing Test cricket. For the first ever time in a Test series in India, the Indian cricket team has been whitewashed in a series with 3 or more Test matches. And who has done it? Well, the team that was least expected to do it, New Zealand, have achieved a historic Test series win. Well, they completed the Test series win in Pune after winning the second Test match. And here at the Wankhede, on the third day of the third and final Test on Sunday, they defeated India by 25 runs and clean sweep the series 3-0. No team that has ever visited India has done this before. Tom Latham, the cheerful New Zealand captain, takes the credit for leading the New Zealand team on this historic achievement. It also reflects on the downslide of Rohit Sharma, the captain, Rohit Sharma, the batsman, and the Indian batsmen on their home conditions. Well, Ajaz Patel, doesn't he love bowling at the Wankhede Stadium? He has taken 2 10-wicket hauls in Test matches. Today, he took 6 wickets to add to his 5-4 in the first innings for a match haul of 11 wickets for 160 runs. His second 10-wicket haul in a Test match and the previous one also came at the Wankhede in 2021, the match in which he took all 10 wickets in an innings. He does love bowling at the Wankhede Stadium, and he is a Mumbai born, though he has settled down in New Zealand and playing Test cricket, international cricket for New Zealand. Rohit Sharma and his team were set a target of 147 runs. It was achievable if you applied your mind, your skills, shown patience, and took the attack to the opposition, playing ball by ball. But Ajaz Patel and the off-spinner Glenn Phillips bowled in tandem to pick up 9 wickets and bowl out India in the second session of the third day to give New Zealand victory by 25 runs. The downslide started with the captain Rohit Sharma himself. He was struggling to put bat to ball to Matt Henry, who opened the attack. 2 balls he struggled, but in desperation he stepped out and hit Matt Henry for 4 on the onside, and he also played a reverse sweep for 4, but then that showed his intent to disturb the opposition bowlers and their plans, but then it did not go as per his plans. Rohit Sharma, we all know, is a great puller of the short ball, and today, as we have seen in the past, that same shot has brought about his downfall. He miscued a pull of Matt Henry and was caught on the onside mid-wicket, the fielder doing well to catch it running backwards. There began the downslide. In quick time, including Virat Kohli, Yashasvi Jaiswal, first innings top scorer Shubman Gill, and Sarfaraz Khan, half the Indian lineup was back in the pavilion with only 29 on the board. Yashasvi Jaiswal showed some interest in staying at the wicket. He saw 4 wickets fall at the other end before he himself fell. Playing defensively, trapped by Glenn Phillips. Virat Kohli, he also played defensively and was caught at slip by Daryl Mitchell, Sarfaraz Khan, who fell for no score in the first innings. The pressure was on him, playing his first test on his home ground, Mumbai. He swept a full toss straight into the hands of the deep square leg fielder Rachin Ravindra, who had to just take 1 or 2 steps forward. The ball did not go either to his left or to his right, but found the fielder straight and gave him a simple catch. 29 for 5, chasing 147. 29 for 5, well, New Zealand were clear winners, but then Rishabh Pant had different ideas. He went about scoring in his usual way, playing the horizontal shot, playing behind the wicketkeeper, sweeping, pulling with great success. But then he was also lucky when, in going for a pull, he missed Ajaz Patel, the ball turning square from outside the off stump and hit him on the leg stump. But then they did not appeal for leg before wicket, nor did they go for DRS, because Captain Tom Latham thought that it was Pant was on 21 and the Indian team score was 52 for 5. And if New Zealand had taken that review, it would have been early curtains for India. But then New Zealand captain Tom Latham thought that it was off the bat, and hence he did not go for a review, whereas the replays showed all 3 reds and India were lucky on that count. However, after scoring his second consecutive 50 of this test match, a controversial decision cost India and Rishabh Pant the wicket. It was bat pad, DRS taken, on the on-field umpire gave him not out, but then the third umpire, Paul Rifle, after taking close look, numerous replays, third umpire Paul Rifle, after watching numerous replays, perhaps he did not have any doubt that the ball nicked the bat. At the same time, the bat touched the pad, and we could see Rishabh Pant indicating to the on-field umpires as the replay was being shown on the giant screen. He was not convinced at all, and he was not happy with the final decision that went in New Zealand's favor. But then Rohit Sharma was asked at the post-match press conference what he thought, but then he said he could not say much as it would not be taken in the right way. But then he also mentioned about being consistent with decisions, be it for Indian team or for any team, be consistent with the decisions. And the same thing, Tom Latham, the victorious captain, also mentioned about him, that being not in his control and that he went with the umpire's decisions. Well, one where New Zealand did not appeal for, which was out, and this one, in the context of the match and the way Rishabh Pant was batting, on him rested India's hopes of winning this test match. And the moment he was gone, the moment he was out, 7th, with 41 runs still needed for a win, the writing was on the wall. New Zealand were scenting victory, which was just delayed by Washington Sundar and Ravichandran Ashwin. But then the writing, as I said, was on the wall, and India were finding or were needing a miracle to only see them cross that 147 target. Credit to New Zealand, not just for winning in Mumbai, but the entire series. And they have also been lucky at the toss, not winning the toss in Bengaluru and winning the toss in Pune and Mumbai, all worked in New Zealand's favor. Ajaz Patel may have taken 11 wickets, but he received very good support from Glenn Phillips, the off spinner, who took 3 wickets, 3 crucial wickets. And one cannot forget or should not forget his vital contribution of the 3 sixes that he hit yesterday in his score of 30 runs. That proved crucial in the end result, with New Zealand winning by 25 runs. And not to forget, New Zealand had 12 byes in their second innings total. And of course, New Zealand bowlers also considered byes in the Indian run chase, 13 of them. But then this happens because such is the nature of the pitch that the ball turns and even beats the wicketkeeper. Tom Latham, in his post-match press conference, said that this has to be one of the greatest victories in New Zealand cricket, and it gives him immense satisfaction. Taking over as the full-time Test captain, though he has captained New Zealand in a stopgap arrangement whenever the regular captain Kane Williamson was unavailable. Credit to New Zealand for the way they won in Bengaluru on that kind of pitch that was more suitable to the New Zealand fast bowlers. And of course, Rohit Sharma admitted that he got it wrong and made the wrong decision in choosing to bat first when he should have bowled, and he went in with 3 spinners whereas he should have gone with 3 medium pacers. Pune, the pitch again, New Zealand were better, Indian batsmen failed, and the same was in Wankhede Stadium, the Indian batsmen failing to come up to the challenge of facing New Zealand spinners. And disappointing that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, the two senior batsmen with vast experience, could not get going with the bat. And Rohit Sharma did admit in his post-match press conference that he failed as a batsman, as a leader, as a captain, made some wrong decisions, took wrong tactical decisions, and he accepted that it was a total team failure. And hopefully, as India prepare to go to Australia for the 5 test series starting in Perth on November 22nd, hope that India do not repeat the mistakes they made in the 3 test series against New Zealand at home and put up a better show, taking confidence from the fact that India beat Australia on their 2 previous tours to Australia, winning the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia, which has not happened anytime previously, 2018-19 and 2020-21. Also, if we look back on the last tour of Australia, India rose from the down of being all out for 36 in the first test in Adelaide, which was a day-night test match, and went on to win the 2 of the remaining 3 test matches to win the series 2-1 under Ajinkya Rahane's captaincy, who was standing in for the absent Virat Kohli. Now, Indian team, the lowest by losing a series 3-0, being whitewashed, which has never happened before. They are expected to, or the hope is that they rise from this. It cannot get any lower, any worse. Expect that they bounce back from this lowest, this poor position, and do well, and can only see the graph going high for India when they play in the 5 test series in Australia. So it's all just taking confidence from what happened in the past, especially in Australia, and putting up a better show. So on that note, until we meet again before the India-Australia series for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, take care, stay safe, and hope that Rohit Sharma and co try to forget the nightmare that the 3 weeks have been and look ahead with confidence and get the players to perform better in Australia. Take care, stay safe, and do write in your opinion, your comments about how India went about in this series against New Zealand and what you feel, whether you still feel that India can win the Border Gavaskar Trophy and somehow find their way into the World Test Championship final, because this series loss has pushed them to second in the WTC points table behind Australia. They are now second, down from the first position which they have been holding for a long time, and it is not going to be easy, mind you. 5 test matches in Australia, and Australia will be wanting to avenge the previous two defeats at the hands of India in Australia. So it is not going to be easy, and this team will need to do really well to bounce back and put up a winning show. Until next time, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.